What is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge and we are back today with an account and roster review overall of my account and where it's sitting right now. As you can see on screen, time of recording, 840 days logged in. And thank you, Boundless and Scopely, as you can see, providing a generous 25 power cores and 6,000 red star fragments right there. So definitely these can use some rework, you guys, but as well, keep in mind, I am 100% free to play. So how does that look like and translate to collection power here? As you can see, 11.3 million, the 5 best characters on my team being 855k in total collection power. So not really many characters I haven't unlocked yet, to be honest. It's only the new ones and Dormammu, so I'll definitely showcase for you guys. As well as each of the game modes in terms of where my teams kind of lie. So that said, let's start off with Arena, guys. As you can see, consistently still using my Infinity Watch, and I'm surprised that my Arena ranking hasn't actually changed at all in the recent months, especially with the release of the Darkhold team, but as well as Infinity Watch clearly falling off the meta now, but still consistent overall. I've been staying around the rewards here of the 100 to 250 mark, depending on where my Arena rank lies, but so far we haven't seen the Darkhold kind of translate to that yet, so that's good to see. But as players are going to unlock Agatha and as well as Wong, we're going to definitely see that shift once that comes to fruition here. So that said, guys, let's dive into my roster now overall, some of my best characters, and then you can see in terms of, for reference, which ones I would recommend. So as you can see, I did star all of the Darkhold team because these are characters that I always like to build on, or when I'm trying to maximize my high roller milestones. That's how I'm doing it, about making them accessible, and it makes it easy to reference and grab their upgrades right away. So you can see, yeah, Doctor Strange Heartless, didn't hesitate to upgrade him, got super lucky with the event at 5 stars. Scarlet Witch has always been maxed out, but now she's gotten some love with the meta team being Darkhold in Arena. Morgan Le Fay just recently locked, and well on my way to unlocking both Wong and Agatha in the coming weeks. So that's going to be very exciting. Scrolling down, guys, I do want to show you in terms of my best characters overall. As you can see, Castro, Doctor Doom, no mistake, definitely some of the best characters in the game. Part of that Secret Avengers mixture as well, as you can see with Sharon Carter, Captain America, and Sam. In Gold Spider, she is actually leveled up all the way to tier 16 because I am planning on bringing her to Dark Dimension 5, so that's why she is upgraded the way she is. On top of that, I imagine a lot of players, for those of you who just wrapped up the Legendary Horseman event with the Scourge and Pestilence, I'm sure many players have pushed them up as high as they can as well. That said, you'll likely see my Web Warriors here being in the higher rankings just because of that recent event and trying to maximize the points and unlock more Morgan shards in the long run. So Infinity Watch, no mistake here. That's the reason why they're built up previously as well. They used to be the old meta, but I haven't invested in them for quite a while, but doing really good in the raid still. New warriors, still with only 3 of them being Deathpool, Cloak, and Dagger, but some of the best characters overall, especially for the Mystic nodes in Doom 2. So definitely worth investing in if you guys have a chance to, because they really do make it a smooth experience in combination with Eternals. ShangChi is my second character that I actually upgraded as well here, as you can see, for Dark Dimension 5 in preparation. But very powerful, guys. I highly recommend him, especially with him being available in the Blitz store. Not directly yet, but through the orbs, you should have no issue. And as you can see, the 6 red upgrade's huge. He's also a very important piece in the Doom 2 raids, especially for the skill nodes. So highly recommend ShangChi, just given how powerful his kit is. And that, as you can see, just remnants of my old roster now as we head down lower to the previous metas that were existing prior to the ones I just shown. So, Carnage, the Symbiotes used to be very powerful in the bio nodes for Doom 2 raids, but, they shifted, especially since Web Warriors have now progressed into the game. Scientist Supreme, she's kind of random up here because I was experimenting, trying to see if I can figure out a way to efficiently push through the Doom 2 raids tech-wise easier, but she's really good for the first node just to flip the negatives, but otherwise that's the reason she's oddly built the way she is. But hopefully they get a rework. Hopefully AIM team does get a rework in the future, especially with MODOK. You just never know if they can get some additional love. So again, remnants of my symbiotes here. Phoenix used to be part of the meta, very powerful. She's so relevant actually in the war meta right now if you have magic, and the rest of the Academy X-Men joined us. So I mean, still very powerful character overall, and it's easier to upgrade her, but she definitely can use some much love in terms of revitalizing her kit and as well as her stats. Another big one that's kind of unexpected previously is actually Sheri. She's really got some much love now, especially in the Doom 2 raids. One of the few characters in the game that has the defense up at the start of turn. So I mean, the fact that she can be utilized in tech raids is absolutely huge, and it helps a lot of players overall, especially with her healing. But unfortunately, like I said earlier, a lot of these characters are part of the old meta, so they can use some stat boosts and upgrades, and definitely Sheri can be one of them, especially with her being one of the easy to access legendaries in the game. I highly recommend building her up just because of her value there in the early as well as the late game aspects. And another big one here is two of the most powerful legendaries in the game. One in being Jubilee, definitely top 3 in the game, especially with her team where she's at. The Astonishing X-Men are the only mutant team that can actually push through the Doom 2 raid, so highly recommend. And the fact that she can, you know, impact turn meter reduction, she's got a stun, and just having a speed up for her team whenever an enemy falls, absolutely amazing synergy with her team. So highly recommend. Still very consistent value in the game right now, and providing a lot of dividends if you guys unlock her early. Another powerful legendary game, definitely top 3 in the game, is Omega Red, and especially as of late with the recent Pocket Dimension releases and events ongoing, such as the recent Pestilence and Scourge event. Omega Red, just the fact that he can actually scale his attacks with health, self-sustain himself, one of the best in the game for what he does, applying trauma and ability blocks with each of his attacks. You know, a very impressive legendary, definitely worth investing if you guys get your hands on him. He is hard to unlock just because he needs another legendary, but highly recommend. Another strong combination is the dynamic duo of Icarus and Cersei, just being part of that Eternals meta. You know, obviously just having only even 2 of them in the game, very powerful combination, and they're not going to be farmable for a long time in the future, I would imagine, just given where they are. If anything, I would imagine them coming to orbs maybe in the future, maybe premium orbs, so that way we have a little bit of a chance. But otherwise, just because of how powerful they are, I can't see these guys releasing anytime soon, just for the free-to-play community to actually have access to. Lastly, guys, my third and final character that I've brought up right now, ready for Dark Dimension 5, is Scarlet Spider. So he's going to be synergizing extremely well with Ghost Spider and as well as ShangChi, just all of them having negative conditions and being able to work off in tandem with each other. Highly recommend. And as well, main reason too as well is passive here, right? As you can see, he's actually going to be able to grant evasion, as well as having Ghost Spider on the team. She's going to be granting her additional health, dodge percentage chance, and this is applicable not even in raids, which is really nice. The crit damage, as you can see, is applicable, but you know, the necessary support is going to be much needed in the Dark Dimension nodes. Moving down the list, some of the more powerful characters that aren't really slot-ins on team, but Hela and Surfer, especially recently with the Scourge event. You know, I found actually using Hela quite effective, especially with her spreading negative conditions. I stopped leveling her up at 80, but she definitely found some much-needed value, especially in the recent events. So, goes to show you, some characters that you may or may not have used in the past can find much love in the future, especially with these Pocket Dimensions and Scourge events, Legendary Horseman events, so forth coming. It's really good to see that some characters are getting that reuse again. Hela's brought up the way she is because I did actually utilize her for Dark Dimension 3. She proved to be extremely powerful. Silver Surfer's another powerful character. Unfortunately lost some love, especially with all these new characters coming out, but still one of the fastest characters in the game. He's got some really extremely powerful abilities. And again, once he becomes more available and to boost up, definitely players will use him as an option, but just because his shards to farm is limited, previously it was available in raids, and now we're not really sure how to unlock more shards in the future. So next up, Emma Frost and Mr. Sinister, 2 very powerful character combinations, and they got love revitalized, especially with the recent event in Madeline prior, so good to see there. This team is funny because they're a war defense team that's continually got reworks and upgrades, so it's really nice to see that continually they're getting love every time they're slowly falling out of the meta. And another big one for sure was definitely Black Bolt and Yo-Yo combination, especially with that last Pocket Dimensions. I didn't expect to use them and bring them up, but you know, they proved extremely useful, especially the synergy of each other and working off of one another to really help provide the rest of the support for the team, as well as that much needed damage overall. That said, you guys, you can see shortly afterwards, Minerva, Ghost, Thanos, you know, they were all previously used in Dark Dimension 3, Dark Dimension 4. After that, it really does fall off in my roster because these are the characters where, you know, although some of them can be useful like Baron Zemo, I just haven't found the use for them overall in other aspects of the game. So that's why they are the way they are right now, especially some of them being meta, right? I tried to bring up Morbius a bit for the Scourge event, but again, the rest of his team was quite low. So these characters over here, overall below here, just didn't get much love because I personally didn't find much value in using them outside of the war meta. And for me personally, there's a very heavy congregation of war characters already in meta. So, I mean, that's just a heavy investment. For me, it's focusing on the game modes that matter to you guys. So, just scrolling down so that way you can see conclusively my entire roster here. Again, a lot of the characters on the bottom here are all war related, and for me, fortunately, we're in a really good alliance where we generally win 2 out of 3 battles a week, or all 3 of them. So a really good place in the game where I can just focus on my raids, focus on blitzing, as well as the arena meta respectively, guys. So there you have it. Just to once again showcase you guys here, just the summary again of all my best characters and teams. I did actually just organize it so that way you can visually see as well. Again, Secret Avengers mixed in with Kestrel and Nick Fury. Got the Infinity Watch. Symbiotes is one of my best. Got the Eternals mixed in with the New Warriors here, as you can see. Astonishing X-Men led by Jubilee. My OG Black Order that didn't really quite make it to the meta because by the time I actually built them up, they already fell out of the meta. So fortunately, they didn't last too long. Again, in the aspects of those one-time characters such as, you know, Doctor Doom, ShangChi, Dr. Octopus is a really good legendary as well. And all these characters are really great slot-ins to formulate other aspects of different teams. But then you get the select characters that are getting worked up right now, such as Darkhold. So there you guys have it. Really a conclusive view of the best characters of my roster, and again, hopefully that input on the characters I have built up and team combinations I've used can provide some input in terms of your guys' overall investment. At the end of the day, again, really focusing on the game mode that you guys are passionate in and trying to do good in, because that's really going to help you focus in on the characters and teams that provide value for you. Especially, you know, don't invest in war if you're not heavily in war. Don't invest in raid characters if you're not, if your alliance or yourself aren't that heavy in raids, right? Really focus on the game mode that you specialize in and are passionate in, and you won't feel like you're gonna regret your investment. So there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed this quick and brief video of my roster. Thank you as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.